Welcome to the Inner Compass podcast. I'm your host, Alyssa Cotten. I'm on a mission to help female entrepreneurs find and nurture their inner compass by tuning into their mental health, mindset, and personal development. When your inner compass points north, your true north, that's where magic and alignment begins. Having a life filled with possibilities, happiness, and a lot of fun. Abundance is waiting for you. Let's get started with today's episode. Hello and welcome to today's episode. It's all about how meditation gives your brain the blueprint for the life that you want to create. And I'm not going to talk about what we know about meditation. Don't worry about that. We're going to dive so deep into another segment of meditation, and hopefully by the end of this episode, you are going to be inspired to include or add more meditations into your daily routine. So I started getting into meditation. I'll just share a little bit about my experience with meditation, and then I'll share why it's so important for you to start meditating. I started meditating when I was in grad school. I had just gotten out of this conference. It was the American Counseling Association conference, and it was this huge conference. Ashley Judd was the keynote speaker, and the theme of this conference was mindfulness, and it was a huge buzzword. This was all the way back in 2012, 2013 maybe, so a decade ago, and it was all about mindfulness and this new tool that is accessible to anyone, right? Meditation is free. You can do it self-guided or do a guided meditation, but the art of meditation is just connecting with the mind, body, and spirit. And I was obsessed. I was like, all right, meditation. I want all of my clients to meditate, but I really didn't understand the importance of meditation. I just knew that it helps relax you. It helps with stress relief, but I really didn't buy in after my clients gave me some pushback of Alyssa, I don't have time to just meditate every day. I've got jobs and kids and household chores and social events. I don't have time to just be meditating. Who has time for that? And so I think I stopped meditating. I don't know why. I think maybe, I got talked out of it or something. And then recently during, our lockdown, I started meditating. And as a result, my life has completely changed. And I'm going to share with you some things that I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza. He is huge on meditation. He was in a car accident, and they told him he could never walk again. And he used the power of visualization, which is basically self-guided meditation. It's when you guide your brain through an exercise of visualizing the reality you want. And what he was able to do through that power of self-guided meditation, he was able to allow his brain to turn on the genes to heal himself. So we have this thing called epigenetics, and it's just like the light switch of all of our genes. And throughout our lives, our light switches can go on or off. And through the power of meditation, we can actually click on genes that were maybe dormant before, or genes that weren't even on to begin with. So it's really fascinating that through the power of the mind, we can change our brain chemistry and we can change our body's chemistry to help us heal. Long story short, he was able to walk again, and he told himself that if this works, I'm going to make this my life's mission, and I'm going to just teach people how to meditate for the rest of my life. So now he has these retreats. My friend actually joined, and she did one of his retreats, and you basically meditate for 40 hours. So you eat, meditate, sleep, meditate, basically repeat, meditate, meditate, meditate. And he said something that stood out to me, and whenever I heard that clicked for me about the power of meditation. He said, why not experience life twice? First in your mind and second in your reality. And for whatever reason, the way he said it, or maybe I was just in the best state of mind to hear it, why wouldn't we want to enjoy life twice, the good stuff? So you're telling me that if I'm ready to visualize a happy life, that I can visualize the happy life now, and then I get to experience it once it comes in to the 3D reality. And to that, oh my goodness, I'm meditation is so powerful because the brain doesn't know the difference between if it's happening right now or if it's happening in our mind. That is why when we get triggered from our past, we start to have panic and our heart rate starts to change. We might start to get tension in our jaws or our fists because our brain believes it's happening right now. So if we can get triggered from the past and the brain thinks we're living in our trauma, why wouldn't we give the brain some bliss, connection, amazing paradise twice, first in our brain and second in our reality? And when I heard that, I was like, why would I deny myself the ability to experience joy twice? And ever since then, I have been meditating almost daily and meditating so much, this is really exciting, that I actually created walking meditation. So Dr. Joe Dispenza has walking meditations, and I thought, what if I made my own? And this last month I was able to launched 5 walking meditations. So the first one is on abundance, and that one is totally free. You can check out the show notes to see how to get that walking meditation. And there are 4 other walking meditations. So I've got one on stress relief, creating your dream life, financial abundance, and motivation. And the power of walking while meditating is so incredible. If you've never meditated before, it might be really hard and challenging for you to just sit there and focus on the meditation. But through the power of walking meditation, it's actually really cool. We're able to have the brain kind of move information a lot faster. So when we are walking, what we're doing is actually bilaterally stimulating your brain, because your left brain controls your right side and your right brain controls your left side. So when you're walking and you're meditating, what's happening is your body's able to process information much faster than if you were just sitting there. And I love the idea of meditating while walking. Also, I love a good habit stacking, so we can stack our habits. So a walking meditation allows you to feel all those amazing benefits of walking while also feeling all the amazing benefits of meditating. So that is available in the show notes, and you can get the meditations for $11.11, or you can get all 4 for $40, and definitely check out the free walking meditation. So anyways, back to our podcast topic. So we get to experience these positive emotions first in our mind and second in our reality. So I'm going to have you test this theory of, okay, what do you mean experience it in our mind? So what I want you to do, if you're driving, you can do this with your eyes open, but I want you to visualize it being in your kitchen. And I want you to go and grab a lemon and a cutting board and a knife. So I want you to visualize grabbing the lemon, the cutting board, and the knife. Now I want you to roll the lemon on the cutting board, getting all the juices ready. And before you cut the lemon, I just want you to smell it. Maybe you smell the citrus, or maybe you smell the aroma. Now what I want you to do is take the knife and cut it. Maybe you're smelling the juices. And now what I want you to do is cut a wedge. So I want you to cut a wedge, and now I want you to visualize it biting down on this lemon. So scan your body, and what do you notice? There's no right or wrong way of what you notice, but you may have noticed that your saliva glands started to create more saliva. You might have noticed that your mouth started to pucker, because your brain is thinking, I need to prepare to break down the enzymes of this lemon, so I need to create more saliva. And the brain doesn't actually have a lemon in your hand or in your kitchen. Maybe you do, but not at this moment. And that shows you right there that whatever you experienced, your brain was able to first experience that in its mind, second, then when you go and actually get the lemon in your reality. And whenever I did that exercise and my mouth started to salivate and my glands started to pucker, I was like, oh wow, my brain is very powerful. How did I not know this? And that is the same thing we get to do with our brain. So you might be wondering, okay, so how do we experience things twice? First in our mind and second in our reality. So we have this thing called the reticular activating system. Because our brain can only filter out so much information at one time. So think about the 1950s to even the year 2000. How much technology has advanced? So on any given day in the 50s, the amount of information a person had to process is a fraction of what someone in the year 2000, let alone the year 2023. So the amount of information that we're having to filter, the brain can only focus on so many bits of information per second Therefore, through the power of meditation, we are giving our brain the blueprint of what to focus on and what to look out for in our reality, which helps us create the blueprint of what to look for. So let's say, for example, you are wanting to create more abundance in your life. You're wanting to bring in more money or bring in more opportunities for abundance. Now you're going to meditate on opportunities or just the feelings of what it would be to be abundant. So now your brain is going to be going through the day, scanning, how can I make this new belief true through the power of confirmation bias. The brain wants to confirm that these beliefs are true, whether they're positive or negative, and it's going to filter information to make that true. So you might have heard of the lucky girl syndrome, this new wave of being lucky and having these affirmations that say, I'm so lucky, everything goes my way. So let's say you were meditating on that. The brain is like, all right, I need to find evidence that I am lucky. So it's going to pull in opportunities to see that the luck is there. For example, you might be driving to Costco and you get a parking spot and you're not thinking anything of it. But before, let's say now you've added this affirmation, I'm so lucky, everything goes my way. And now you're like, wait a minute, I just got front of the line parking, and before I wouldn't have thought anything of it, and now my brain's like, see, more evidence that you're lucky. And that's how we get to experience things twice. First in our mind of I'm so lucky, everything goes my way, to second in our reality when we get that VIP parking spot. In college, my friends, when we would get front of the dorm parking lot, we would call it princess parking. We're like, we got princess parking today. And that is the power of meditation. So when you are meditating, it is so important to meditate on what you want to create in your life. Your dreams, your goals, and your visions, because when you do that type of meditating, and this can be guided meditation, this can be self-guided meditation, walking meditation, when you do that style of meditating, you're essentially telling your brain, all right, this is what we need to filter for. So constantly look for opportunities to make this happen. Constantly look for opportunities to make this my reality. And let's use the idea of dating. Let's say your head always focuses on there's no one available to date. So maybe you're at the grocery store and someone's flirting on you or someone's hitting on you and you've got this idea that there's no one to date. So your brain wants to believe that's true. So it's going to confirm by saying, oh, that person wasn't flirting with me. They weren't hitting on me. On to the next. See, there's no one available. But if we now set the intention that there are so many available bachelors out there to date or bachelorettes, then the brain is like, oh, that person's hitting on me. Let's be open. Let's flirt back. Let's hit on them. And you see the difference through the power of intention, which is the power of meditating. Meditating gives your brain the intention of what it wants to focus on throughout your day, because again, you can only focus on so many things. We can also see this, for example, let's say you decided to buy a blue car and now you're driving on the road and you're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea there were so many blue cars out on the road. That is the same thing through our reticular activating system. Our brain gets the blueprint of what to focus on. And so now that we are looking for more blue cars, the brain is like, see, blue car, because it wants to confirm that this is true. So the power of meditation is giving you the blueprint. You can literally focus on what you want to create every single day. And then when you're done with that meditation, you are going to feel those feelings. The feelings of confidence, the feelings of accomplishment, pride, excitement. And when you leave your meditation feeling all of those feelings, the brain wants to confirm that this is true. So it's going to help filter out opportunities for you to feel confident, for you to feel pride, for you to feel accomplished, for you to feel successful. The brain is going to be scouting, it's going to be hunting, filtering out all of those things for that to be true. That is why they say what you focus on grows and expands, because it's literally true. What you focus on grows and expands. And through the power of meditation, you can give your brain what to focus on and what to expand. And we don't need much time. We don't need to do these long hours of meditating. Of course, if we have time to do these long meditations, Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations are about 45 minutes. I think his shortest one is 23 minutes. And I've done that one probably 100 times. He has a morning one and an evening one that's available on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. Incredible. But my walking meditations are all around 11, 12, 13 minutes. So it's perfect if you want to just get up, go walk around the block, or if you want to go on a walk and you normally listen to a podcast and you're like, oh, I want to focus on some personal development. The walking meditations are perfect for them. So yes, we know that meditations are there to help lower our stress and relax, because again, when we give our brain the blueprint of what to focus on, right, we're never going to meditate on how stressful our life is. We're going to meditate on the good things and things getting even better and the abundance and our desires and our goals. And then you can do the same thing. And so I challenge you to change your relationship with meditation. Instead of saying, I don't have time to meditate, I don't have time to sit still, reframe it and say, I have time. I'm going to dedicate 5 minutes, or I'm going to dedicate walking and doing a walking meditation, or I'm going to dedicate just sitting in silence and visualizing my desires, visualizing how I want to live. And how we can really amp up that visualization is by accessing your 5 senses. So we can do this exercise together. I want you to visualize you being in your dream house, and you might already be in your dream house. So then if you already have that, visualize your dream vacation house. And what I want you to do is I want you to access your 5 senses. All right, if you are in your dream house, what would you be smelling? What would you be tasting? What would you be touching? What would you be feeling? What would you be hearing? So you access your 5 senses. What would you be wearing? What would be going on? And that allows the brain to be in that feeling and in that experience. And then you get to feel all of those abundance, all of those amazing magnetic energy. And you're going to carry that energy throughout your day. And I can guarantee the more you practice meditating and visualizing your goals and your desires and your dreams, the quicker it's going to show up, because again, through confirmation bias, the brain wants to confirm that this is real, that this is true, then it will happen. It is so powerful and it is so amazing. I love meditations, and I love that we can mix up what meditations mean to us. It doesn't have to be just sitting in silence. Yes, that is a powerful way to do it, but we can really have fun with it. We can do walking meditations, we can do guided meditations, we can do visualizations. Something fun that I love to do is putting on a song that feels really powerful. So one of my really good friends and I, we attended the Piano Guys, and they did this song. It was called Kung Fu Piano, and they actually brought a piano on the Wall of China. It's an incredible video. Check it out. And they played that song during the concert that we attended, and I could feel the emotions in my bones, like vibrating. So amazing. So now what I do is I play that song, and when I'm getting ready in the morning, and I visualize my dreams, visions, and goals coming into my life, coming out, and being in that experience allows me to start the day with such high vibrations. And what I mean by high vibrations, I mean positive energy. I mean excitement, joy, enthusiasm. And then that energy carries out in the day. And then the choices I make throughout the day are because of the energy that I have created in the morning. So I'm obsessed with meditations. I'm so excited for you to check out the meditations. Again, there are 4 available to purchase, and there is a free walking meditation. What you can also do if you're unable to walk, maybe it's raining or snowing or wherever you're at, you can do the meditations while you're doing chores. I've done that a couple times. I'm doing laundry or dishes. I'll put some headphones on and I will listen to the meditations, because the walking meditations are designed to do when your eyes are open. And that can be another way to habit stack, and habit stack is just doing multiple habits at the same time. You could also do it while you're taking a shower, but just incorporating more time to nurture and connect to your inner compass is so amazing. So I hope that you enjoyed today's episode and that you're going to start meditating so you can create the blueprint for your reality. Have an amazing day. Thank you for tuning into today's episode. If you're looking for more guidance as you nurture and tune into your inner compass, check out the show notes below to learn how to join the membership Inner Compass support, or even get some one-on-one support on your journey.